The fit test is hellacious and you need your iPod. Get you some good booting music going on there for your iPod.
Lil Wayne?
The next thing you need, you're going to sweat some. You're going to need a towel now.
Was that a sweat towel or a beach towel?
Believe me,
now you're messing with my outfit. This ain't really going with what I had planned.
Well, speaking of the outfit, this right here ain't going to work. We got married men here. Short t-shirt since I grew out of it. Baby's up right there. Okay. Stage 1 preparatory stage is complete.
Like that?
Excuse me, we're not done. Down. Now, the next phase is survival, and you're going to need this.
What was the first phase?
That was preparatory.
Preparatory, now survival. I'm just trying to go to boot camp.
Well, you're going to need all this stuff right here. Let's put this around you. Hopefully that'll fit on your waist.
They don't.
You need that fan.
They don't. They don't.
It will by the end, darling. Okay. All right. The first thing you're going to need for the survival stage is
survival stage.
you're going to need some hand sanitizer. Now listen, there's a lot of funk going around at boot camp. I've seen people picking their butts and picking their noses. You may go over there and pick up them weights and those ropes.
Oh no!
It is disgusting.
Oh, I can't have that.
And when you do it, you got to do it right. There's your hand sanitizer. The next thing in the survival stage is you're going to need some damn bug spray. I'm gonna
Honey, we go to the bug spray.
Mosquitoes are something like you ain't never seen like a damn plague out there. It's like wait for us to come by. You're going to need to show yourself down good now. All right. You might as well carry this on you at all times. Now listen, sometimes at boot camp we have to run laps. Actually, we got to run a lot of laps.
Oh,
and sometimes there's some stanky ass stuff. I'm talking like some dumpsters with some damn fish with their heads. Hey, one time I looked in there and found a fisherman in the You're gonna need Now listen, you're going to get real excited when you come up there on Thursdays because there's competition day, girl. Competition day brings all the diehards out.
oh,
Robbie.
Sometimes there's some instructions on the wall and stuff, and sometimes the font you can't read it, and she writes it in this Sharpie and it smears all over the place. But don't you dare say you can't see it. You need to use some glasses.
There you go.
I think I got it.
You're ready.
Next on the list. Now, when you're in competition, you got your glasses on, you can read it. Well, Sergeant Z's going to be giving you a lot of instructions, and they're going to be coming at you fast like this, and you're not going to know what's going on. But listen, don't you dare act like you don't know what's going on. Is that right, Kathy? Don't you act like Hey, you just keep going like this. When you take off on that first lap, you got to have this voice recording.
Oh no!
And then when you get on that lap, you listening to all them instructions. You got to be on the ball. Okay, next we got a spatula. Well, you just need to get with Brad Bogosky.
Spatula.
Okay. Now listen.
Oh no, there's more?
Listen. That ain't all.
Oh no.
Sometimes Sergeant Z plays some offensive explicit music. Oh, yeah, it's got some bad language in it, and you're going to be doing your monkey push-ups, and all of a sudden they're going to drop the F-bomb.
What I got to do about that?
You're going to put in some earplugs. I'll tell you, the other thing that's come in handy for you might be partnered up with some weird person who likes to talk like me, and you can't get them to shut up, or like you. Oh, it's come in mighty handy.
This is
all right.
Kathy's Thanks, Madrina.
Next, I had knee pads on there, but I forgot them. Now, the reason you need to get your own knee pads personalized.
Get on all fours?
Not that way. You're not going to get on all fours
on my knees?
No, you're going to be doing all kinds of fire hydrants. Exercises like you ain't never seen, girl. So get you some good knee pads.
Dirty dog. Ron,
Now,
Jeremy.
sometimes when you're in boot camp, you might feel the need to urinate. This often happens when you're on your 16th box jump, or when you're on your 432nd jump rope. You're going to TT right in your pants. Oh, no. Now listen, people have been known to go right in the woods. Isn't that right? Listen, this is comfort at its best. Y'all wear it? Phase 2 survival is complete. Phase 1 is complete. Oh no! No, we're not complete yet. We've got
What the hell else could we possibly need? I
This
can't
is the
even
most
work out
important
without shit.
phase. Phase 3 is recovery.
Recovery?
Okay. Now look.
Is that like a protein
When you
shake?
get home on that first day, about 10 minutes after you get home from that first session,
God.
you're going to have to put this stuff on. So you might as well go ahead and dump that in there. And don't forget an ice pack. Please. All right. The other thing you're going to need for phase 3 is you're going to need your important papers.
All right, important papers. What's
Like you
that?
don't need your insurance card, for instance. All I'm saying is, it's highly possible you could have a cardiac arrest. Are you doing all that? Now, speaking of that, if you do have cardiac arrest, we need a living will. Because if you do that, we don't have time to call EMS or anything. If you got a living will and you have a do not resuscitate, we're going to take your ass over and sling it over. Going on to the rope ambulations and the sled. But you also need a good number for your chiropractor and your pain management doctor.
Oh, yeah. Some pain
And after you become a general, you're going to need your psychologist. And I know a good one if you need one. You don't need that.
All right, who's the pain management doctor? I'm interested in that one.
All right, now, listen. When you're in boot camp, after you get off that heating pad, you're going to need some medicine.
Okay, that's where my pain management comes
Now,
in?
you can start out with Advil if you want that. Ibuprofen and Tylenol. But after you get to be a lieutenant and general, you're going to have to go hardcore like us.
Oh, yeah.
We like OxyContin.
Turn it up.
We do have a few insiders who can hook you up. And I ain't gonna say no names, but the code word is sweat on it. I'm gonna give you a freebie right there.
What do I do when I need a refill?
Sweat. Just see the right people. All right.
right people.
The last thing you're gonna need, Private, after you go through all this, all right? You with me? And you move up the ranks. Are you listening?
I got it all.
You're going to start going home and going to work, and you're going to start bragging to everybody about all this stuff you did. You're going to tell them about how far you ran, and you ran a 7-minute mile, and your husband's probably not going to believe you. But you're going to tell everybody about it, right? And I'm going to prepare you. Ain't nobody going to believe that shit. They all going to look at you and go, what? Ain't no way you done all that before 8 o'clock. So you need a video camera. You got footage of that stuff. Let's put that in there. All right. Are you with me? The last thing.
I think I'm all set now there.
This is the last thing, Private. I need you at attention for this.
Oh, hell.
This is the main point that I hope you get
Of
out.
all this, that's the main point?
Okay. When you're in boot camp, don't you ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever,
Ever?
never. I don't care if your femur bone is sticking out. I don't care if you're doing jumping jacks and your bladder's falling out. You pin garments. Don't you ever complain. You have to do some burpees. She gonna Sergeant Z will talk about you to everyone. chin.